Now we are going to talk about the performance tuning of the MySQL.
Okay.
Do you have any idea for the performance tuning?
Yes, but MySQL no.
Concept is the same. Be the
Yes,
MySQL,
concept is
be the
yes,
any other database, concept is the same.
yes,
See, tuning is basically a mechanism to maintain my database should be available and
yes,
functioning.
yes,
That's the way of the tuning people can use.
yes,
And as a DBA, it's our duty. We have to tune up our database properly,
yes,
and then we can able to use the tuning mechanism according to my business need.
okay,
So that's we are going to talk into this module, and we can talk how the tuning can help us in our environment. Okay,
yes,
now let's talk about this course module into detail. Factors that affect performance. Of course, your environmental issue. Environmental issue will consider multiple factors, be it the
yes,
CPU, be it the disk IO, maybe the network performance, maybe operating system. So various things can make the differences to affect your performance. Am I correct or not?
yes,
Don't consider with the MySQL for any database. If you can remember, your performance is getting impacted due to this region.
okay,
So as a DBA, for us to make the better performance of database, that's our objective.
okay,
So MySQL performance will get impacted due to the any impact of these component like CPU speed and number of user have increased. Maybe disk throughput and access time. Maybe due to the network. Got it?
yes,
So to get a better performance, we have to consider my database have the frequent and a small update benefit. How we can do it? By the designing my database with the formula called normalization. Maybe if you are aware the different normalization form like 1NF, 2NF, 3NF, 4NF, 5NF, and BCNF. So
okay,
it means we can keep my object as small as possible. The number of
okay,
columns in the particular table should be very less. I'm not saying the one or two because it is supporting the infinite. We cannot go like that. Have you seen any table? What we are doing? The people are generally breaking this with the smallest. So no data redundancy, no
okay,
data repetition will happen. To
okay,
get a better performance, we have to monitor that way. Apart from that, people are not considering, but it's a very crucial when we are talking about a performance. So you have to keep into mind, MySQL is really good tool, but yes, performance will be impacted depend on your business need.
okay,
Okay. So always monitor
yes,
your database properly. Always plan your database performance to achieve in the best way. How it is possible? With the my proper data type. If you remember when we were talking about a data type, we have discussed those things. So performance depend on to my business need. I'm not saying this is the best or this is the wrong. It depends. Sometimes same performance will work better in the one case. Sometimes it won't work in the another case. So MySQL performance we have to optimize depend on to the my requirement. We have to use the proper data type when we are designing the our structure of the table, when we are designing the things. Those all you have to keep into mind. Understood?
yes,
So data type will also play a critical role while you are playing or while you are exporting or importing, while you are maintaining your database, while you are performing the application, replication, those all the cases that will work. So
Okay.
database design will also impact your performance. Data type will also impact your performance. So to achieve that, always use. Have you remember when we are discussing the data type, the tiny int we have integer, small int we have,
Yes.
big int we have.
Yes.
So of course it won't much impact for you because the 2 MB or 5 MB or 200 GB database, it's okay.
Yeah.
Think about the business perspective when you are working with the 20 TB database or 10 TB database.
Okay.
That time it will really impact it. Got it? So database design will also impact your performance. Then your application performance, that will also impact your performance. How? The query which you are requesting, got it, from the database, generally people are habituated, they are writing the select a star. Suppose I don't need all the columns. Why I have to write a select a star? Got it? If people are using the join, they are not using the alias name. Got it? These all will impact your performance. So always consider and use the performance accordingly.
Okay.
So that's way you can able to use the performance perspective. Then application design, as I told you, the application design will be really critical when you are performing your database.
Yes.
So a specific row when you are retrieving with the multiple column, it will reduce the overhead. Got it? So when you specify the particular column which you want, only use it. So overhead will be the less.
Okay.
Unnecessary request is not going to create into the against database. Then next point here you can see application design, short transaction. What do we mean by the short transaction? See, sometimes we are performing, we are going for the database and then we are not taking the particular transaction. So short transaction will also help you. Short transaction result you the fewer lock into your table. Have you remember we talked about the InnoDB transaction locking facilities available?
Yes.
And most of the case, InnoDB is the default engine, so most of the table is generally gone into InnoDB. So to avoid that, any update you have done and then you have not committed or not rolled back, like the begin transaction you have done and then you have updated. By default, MySQL is committed every transaction. But suppose you have done the like start transaction or begin transaction. In this case, it will create a problem for you. So always make sure you can plan your transaction accordingly. Meanwhile, if the long transaction is running, try to use the commit.
Okay.
Apart from that, as I said, the good behavior to get the better performance, we have to go variables. Got it? InnoDB setting, your buffer proper, your cache proper. These all will impact the performance of database. So you must have to tune your server variable to optimize and allocate the sufficient buffer or the cache or the any other resource in your database depend on the workload you have.
Okay.
Getting the point?
Yes.
So for monitoring, how we can monitor? So we have a various tools available in the MySQL through that we can monitor.
Okay.
Here you can see the benchmark MySQL slab or SQL bench. This is the benchmarking tool which can be used for your monitoring. So to get the better performance, MySQL slab, from there you can put that monitoring. So MySQL slab is the part of standard MySQL distribution. So means in the open source it will work. Got it? So this is basically used for the diagnostic of the my database. We can monitor the client load on the particular server instance. We can display the timing information. Those all the things we can able to do with the MySQL Slab. Then SQL Bench. This is the also part of the my open source. This SQL Bench is the Perl script. Got it? So multiple statement can gather the your status and the timing of data that you can able to do. Got it? So
Yeah.
that's where you can able to do. It will slow query log you can able to identify with the log query time. So those all you can able to perform with the profiling. So log. This log by default it is not on. If you remember in the beginning of the course we were talking about the general query log.
Yes.
Got it? And if
Yes.
you put a slow query log, suppose I put a just 10 second. What happened? If any query is taking more than the 10 second, that will be into my slow query log.
Yes.
Is it really required? No. Depend on my business need, we understood okay, this much time this query is taking. Accordingly, if the any query is taking more than that 10% or 20% more time, then we have to monitor it. Sometime depend on the load, it can be possible the change. So these are the some different logging. So that log, if you can monitor that way, also you can able to perform the your or identify the issues in your database. If query related, you can go with the explain plan. You can generate your explain plan. You can able to use the procedure analysis. Those all, and plus we have a show status with the MySQL admin. We can able to do. Apart from that, MySQL given you the one schema which is called performance schema. Have you remembered in your database you have a performance schema?
Yes.
So from there we are able to monitor the entire activity of the my database.
Okay.
So in short, slow query log, record a statement that is queued limit set by the log query time. So you can able to define it based on to your business, and then if any query is taking longer than that time, that will be captured. Got it? So with the benchmarking tool like the with MySQL Slab, you can able to monitor, or any third party tool you can able to use. That's where you can able to do.
Okay.
The most important thing is for me, the performance schema.
Okay.
Got it? So this is really a good tool. From there we can able to monitor our database.
Okay.
So it says Oracle supplied performance schema. What the benefit of the performance schema? So if you can read here the point, performance schema is a feature for monitoring MySQL Server execution at low level. Got it? So
Yes.
it is implemented using the performance schema storage engine, and from there we can able to monitor it. So performance schema, this is really good. You can say the MySQL has given you the opportunity, or the Oracle has given you the opportunity. From there you can able to monitor your database.
Okay.
But for that, you must have to look into your database, it is enabled or not.
Okay.
Got it? If not enabled,
Yes.
then you have to enable it.
Okay.
Got it? And then we can able to do the performance related all the things from here. So let me see my performance schema, and then we can proceed further how it's working in my environment. Let me share you my screen. Now I connected with my Putty session, and here I can use show variable like performance schema. What you can see?
Yes. Performance on.
On. So you can see you have a performance schema, and here you have a various tables.
Yes.
Use performance schema, and then if you can see the show tables. So during the demo I will show you these are 108 tables we have with the latest version. So depend on your business, depend on you can able to see. Are you able to see? Error log, data log, accounts, transactions, events, various. Okay, not each and everything is possible, but I can show you the like wait history and the file instance. So which are the major that I can show you. Okay.
Yes.
So that's where we can able to monitor the performance schema with the help of this monitoring tool. And this tool is really good for maintaining your database performance. Okay.
Yes.
So performance schema is available in all the binary versions, be it you are using with the enterprise edition or be it the non-commercial edition. That means open source. So performance schema is enabled by default when you will start your database. But yes, if sometimes someone has put it off, then you need to put it on. Why the performance schema and what is the logic behind the performance schema? See, the simple logic for performance schema is that to monitor your databases. Got it? So performance schema is designed to run with the very less load onto database, and we can able to monitor the actual impact onto my server, or you can see the performance depend on how you configure your machine. Got it? This performance schema will really help you while you are working as a developer or maybe the DBA to debug the performance problem of your database. So identifying the problem for the InnoDB data or the log file storage, those all you can able to handle from here. Okay, that's about it. Now, this point you can see we are talking about the different things which you can able to move. So instrument, instance, event, and consumer. So in the performance schema, database contains configuration and event information. Got it? So instrument are point of the server code that raise event for monitoring, and based on that you can able to monitor your database. Got it? So always make sure whenever you are performing the database, so in the your performance schema you have an instrument. Got it? That point where the server source code which is getting. So basically it will go for the statics level, your binary log dump, your InnoDB data file, bin log, those all they will monitor.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Based on that you can able to do and you can able to monitor it. Got it? So let me see the my instrument, how it work into the my environment. Let me see. I'm putting select file name, event name from file underscore instance, and then we can able to see. So here you can see this is the my file name based on to this. So what purpose it is? Event name IO message. Got it? So that means
Yes.
IO monitoring you are able to perform.
Yes.
So my query is showing the instrument wait IO file.
Yes.
Got it? So it record the event onto the my file instance.
Yes.
Got it? And what is the
Yes.
file name? If you can see here, we have a error message dot sys.
Yes.
So that's where we can able to monitor. Let me see my consumers. These all are into your performance schema table. I'm monitoring from the consumer. Select a start from setup consumers. So here you can see what type of this event will capture. Event stage current. So it's not enabled. History not enabled. So, but what? Event statement current, yes. Statement history, yes. Depend on your configuration, you are able to monitor the events. Understood?
Yes.
So each consumer name, here what you can see, which is available into performance schema table, and based on that, MySQL will identify the event that occur into my instrumented instance. Got it? So primary event table, event underscore wait underscore current, which store the most recent event for each trade. Then event underscore waits underscore histogram, which will store the 10 most recent event for my trade. Event wait, that will go for my specific event. Got it? And that's where we can able to monitor the specific event onto my database. Got the idea? So we can able to specific, we can able to do it as per my business need. The current event you can monitor, the trade you can monitor, history table you can able to monitor. These all are the for the your monitoring purpose. Whenever the performance issue is recorded, so you can able to event table, and then you can able to see what type of the event it is, and then you can able to use according to your business need. Understood? Getting the point? So that's where your event can work. Abrar, are you getting the point?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm muted.
Now let me show you the one how we can monitor. Are you able to see my query?
Yes,
I'm taking to select name, enable, time. From the performance schema, which table I'm monitoring?
setup instruments.
Where name like I'm putting
Yes, yes,
R means right side they are reading.
yes, yes,
These are the, so depend on to your business, you can able to see what they are captured. So here copy to the temp table that is
yes,
enabled,
yes,
and then you can see here batch up, row change, for write, update, delete, those are in the monitoring.
yes.
So apart from that, if you want to do the cleanup tables, master slab permissions, those all you can customize as per your need.
Yes.
So in your database, how you want to perform it, it's your wish. How you want to configure it. Simply, this performance schema tool will give you the idea how you can monitor your database with the properly.
Okay.
So that I was showing you with the setup consumer and setup instrument.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Then general database optimization. How we can get a better performance from my database. So for that, we have a normalization. This is the standard
Yes.
practice for database. You have to
Yes.
follow your normalization. Got it? So normalization means we are removing the redundancy. Am I correct?
Yes.
So normalization is the act of removing redundancy and improper dependency in your database. To avoid storing the same data into multiple places is not only the risk, it is also a storage cost. It will also impact my database size. So in short, whenever you are doing the normalization, so you will get the more table with the less rows.
Okay.
And due to that, my column is not repeated again and again. So lower overall storage cost we have. Apart from that, lower IO. And if this is achieved, that means faster insert, update, delete will happen because we have the less column to look into, that less memory area will be do. So that's why the normalization will improve your performance based on to your small table with the less columns. But number of tables will increase whenever the normalization you can do. Another impact, your database size. Got it? So if you
Yes.
can see here, your database size will also keep. So always choose the correct data type. Always try to avoid the nulls, because null means inapplicable, unassigned, unknown. So they are going to check the twice. Got it?
Yes.
So always it's a guideline. whenever you are defining your database, data type, you have to choose the properly. People not understood, people didn't care, because see, if somebody asks me, "Okay, Rajiv, I need an integer data type," I will never go with that in integer. Believe me, after 18 years
Yes.
of experience, we
Yes.
create without thinking about what will be the impact on the future. Because as a
Yes.
developer, what do you think? Okay, my database says be 10 TB, oh sorry, 10 GB or 20 GB or maybe 100 GB. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
When you will go production 10 TB or 20 TB, that time that a small int or int have lots of impact.
Yes.
So always understand your business, choose the to store the proper size. If it is possible with the tiny int or the small int, why we can choose the integer? Because
Yes.
integer will always choose the double of the small int.
Yes.
Got it? And suppose my table has the millions of rows. What happened? In this case, we have a lots of my data with the wastage. Am I correct?
Yes.
So to avoid that, we can choose the proper one. Similar way about the char and varchar case. Got it? Whenever you are doing the char, it's a fixed line. Got it? Suppose you are giving the
Yes.
value or not, it will take that much time. Got it? So always
Yes.
choose the properly instead of char. We advise you to use the varchar,
Yes.
because the cat whenever the set conversion you are doing, the character set conversion, that time it will really help you. Similar way,
Yes.
var binary or the blog column for compressed data that you can use.
Yes.
And those are the things. If data type conversion is required, so it will perform the overload onto your database. So try to use the proper data type. Got it? Not only that, the index. Index will also improve the performance, and
Yes.
sometimes index will reduce your performance as well. Getting my point? How?
Yes.
Some background noise I am getting. So creating the optimal index improve your query throughput. What it mean by the query throughput? So whenever your query for the specific table and then the index is there. So what happened? If you remember, I have guided you with the B tree and bitmap index. So MySQL read every row in the table, but whenever we are doing the index, so based on the index, they are at least 80 to 85% row will be eliminated. They will go to node to the branch to the sub branch, root, and that's where the node will read the data. So index are ordered set, and that make my query to be faster. They will retrieve the data very easily, and then you can able to get the data. So InnoDB order the table according to your primary key by default, and then the order table is called your cluster index. Based on that, you can able to use it. So choose the proper index. Index is there or not. If index is there, it is valid or not. Those all you can monitor. Got it?
Yes.
Apart from that, you can see we have a procedure. So that procedure analysis is also a crucial part, because what happened in the procedure, if you remember, we have created procedure. So during the runtime, they have captured the data. Am I correct?
Yes.
And now maybe my column has changed, maybe the data type has changed. So default setting suggests the enum type to optimize your table design. And always make sure, if you are sure you do not want to use ename value, then analyze the column for which procedure analysis. Okay, this is just a suggestion, so you can use. So what it will do, procedure analysis, it will not store an acceptable range of candidate enum value. So based on that, you can able to do like char or those depend on your business, can able to perform. So they will eliminate the unnecessary things into your database. Always, whenever the query is having the issue or someone is reporting to the performance, I always recommend the people to generate the explain plan.
Yes.
Why explain command is required? See, it will give you the how your query is internally processing. So it will give you the execution path of your query, how they will reach to your database, how they retrieve the data, and how they pass to the user. So detailed analysis of each step of your query execution.
Okay.
But explain plan will not return any data. It's just for the syntax, how it processed, that will be shown. So the explain plan must you have used in the while the query is having the issue and other thing. So those case, it will really help you to generate the explain plan properly, and then you can able to use based on to your table. Getting my point?
Yes.
So depend on your business need, you can able to do the explain plan. You can monitor your database with the properly, and then you can able to perform the things accordingly. Let me show you the one of the example. Just one example I'm showing you. Here I am just going to connect with my connection ID. I'm checking which connection ID I'm connected.
Okay.
What ID you got?
307.
Okay. Similar way, the various connections they can use the various thing. Now, based on this my query, I am able to generate the explain plan from connection. So I'm putting the explain plan connection, and what is my connection? 307. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, it's not showing here. Why?
It's only for select, update, and insert deleted place.
So it depends on to my query. Got it.
Yes.
So depend
Very
on the
good.
my business need. It's clearly saying the explain
Yes.
plan, the com explain other status variable, which will indicate the number of my explain for the connection. Got it. So
Okay.
that's why it's not showing
Yes.
you. It is showing you. It is only possible while you are going for the insert, update, and delete cases, or replace those cases you can use. So based on your business need, you can able to do your explain plan. During the demo, I will show you what
Yes.
we can generate a
Yes.
couple of explain plan, and then we can guide you how we can tune the my database, how we can get a better output from the my monitoring
Yes.
the properly.
Details. Okay.
Okay, now
Yes.
that's why. So that's where here you can see it will use for the your select, insert, update, delete, replace those cases.
That, yeah. Yes. Yes.
Here in this example, you can see we are writing a query explain format, and this is saying the where my query is taking. Of course, JSON is also supported in the MySQL. So you can see the how do you query. This query select count star you have put it as
Yes.
city, and then here you have used the one function called sum. Here you have used another function count from this. And if you can see the query, how
Yes.
the query is processing. Getting the point?
Yes.
So you can see as per your user key data has placed, they come to there, then they have used a nested loop over there, then they have done the grouping, then order by clause, and then finally they have read this block.
Very-
So the from
Yes.
clause will come, and then based on that condition will apply.
Yes.
So this is the way people can do the explain plan. So always make sure whenever we are talking the explain plan, we can able to do according to my business need.
Yes.
Let me go for the one of the my query, which I can show you here for this utilization. Let me create my query. If you remember, we have a world database. Am I correct?
Yes.
Let me see my databases, and then based on that, I can write my query. Or during the demo, I can show you. Let me connect to the world database. Are you able to see?
Yes.
And then I can put the sort tables. I hope you can able to see. Now I'm connecting to my database called World. In World database, if you can see, we have a table called country and city.
Country. Yes.
Based on that, I am writing my queries.
Okay.
I was showing you. Are you able to see my query?
Yes.
So what I am performing here? Just I am writing my query to identify so here I'm using the join with the two table, which is performing my aggregation.
Okay.
Got it?
Yes.
So let me first execute the query, and then I can guide you how it works. So how many rows from this two table they have executed?
6.
6 rows. No problem. And now you don't know how the query has processed. Am I correct?
Yes.
So let me go for the explain plan for this query. My query is everything is same. I am not changing anything. Just before my query, I am putting the explain.
Yes.
Got it? If you want
Yes.
row by row, you can check character by character. I have not changed any query. Just I put the explain. Okay.
Yes.
Now you can see your query, how it is executed. Not into
Yes.
this way, then I can put into /g.
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
Descending, and then I'm putting here. Just for better output, I'm putting into the readable format. Is it okay?
Yes.
Are you able to see?
Yes.
Now you can read. In the first table, in this output, if you can read clearly, what I'm trying to do, how my prediction happened with the query and how they retrieve the data. Got it? So here we have joined the table in order they are read with the explain. So depend on my query, what it did, the number of rows, if you can see in the select, what they did, they have used the join.
Yes.
And if you can read, let me show you that one. How many rows from the table one? Simple.
39.
This country table,
Country. Yes.
239.
Yes.
How many rows into the simple table?
17.
17. Multiply it.
239 to 17.
239 multiply by 17. Whatever. So based on that data,
4063.
whatever. How much data
Yes.
came?
4063.
4063 rows they have examined. Got
Yes.
it? And then
Yes.
based on that, they have executed your queries.
Yes.
Got it? So if you want, this can be possible with this way. And always make sure
Okay.
you can use for such type of things. The same query now I am going to execute against my another tool.
Okay.
So Let me connect to my database, and here, if you remember, we have what was my workbench. Am I correct? Let me connect with my workbench. So I am connected with the workbench. No, it won't. It failed. So let me go for the new connection. DB training. Okay, no problem. What happened? Failed to connect my
Fail to
SQL.
connect.
This. Okay, not possible. Local host. So local host successful.
Yes.
Now let me connect it. What was the name I'm given? Yes, same na.
Yes.
And why it's not connected? What was the name I've given? DBT. DBT. Then local host. Default schema, just example, I am connecting with the world database. Successful. Key. Are you able to see?
Yes.
Now my query, the same query I am executing from here. I'm removing this. Now let me go for this. So here what I am going to do, I'm going to run this query. So are you getting the same data here?
Yes. Yes.
And if you can see the execution plan here, execution plan is not available for this statement. What is the grid it is showing? Form clause, stress query, how it retrieved. Explain plan is not showing here. Otherwise, I thought. So basically, I was looking okay how it executed that I can show you with the proper graphics format.
Okay.
Instead of that. Okay, anyway, let me come to my this, and from here I can guide you. So here, instead of this table have the many rows, but out of that the conditions they have used. How they have done?
Yes.
The file sorting they have used.
Yes.
So that's where your filtering happen into your database, and
Yes.
then my query approximately total number of rows read depend on my first query multiply by my second table. Got it? And then they joined it and then it given. Now let me convert this into the JSON format.
Okay.
And then we can see the result. The same query, I am going to convert into the JSON format, and then we can see how it works. I'm just formatting this column as a JSON. Are you able to see the result?
Yes.
How my data has processed.
Yes.
So total query cost you can see. And then how the sorting will happen with the file sorting they did using the my temporary table.
Yes.
Then in the country table they reach. Here they have retried total 239 rows based
Yes.
on the my read cost, then evaluation cost, and then so how internally your query has processed. This is the guideline it is showing to you to retrieval of your data. Got it. So in short, if you can read here carefully, you can get the idea. My server has processed the query with the first, and then the second query we are getting the smaller. They compare with that, then filtration will happen, and then they have executed my data. Understood?
Yes.
This is the mechanism for identifying my queries, identifying my data into particular cases. Got idea?
Yes.
Now here in the same query JSON format, if I can do so. Oh, sorry, I've selected that. Let me execute it. The same query, and just I'm removing this. Now let me execute the query again. Are you getting the explain? Same I have executed here. Detail analysis, the cost and everything it is showing.
Yes.
But just format they have created into like JSON.
Yes. Yes.
If you notice, this is the JSON format. So you can able to see as per your business need.
Okay.
Next one, we can examine the server status. So server status, you can see the status of your server
Yes.
with the MySQL status. So status, if you remember, we have already shown you these things into the earlier stage.
Okay.
Got it. Same way we can
Yes.
see the status of my database, top variables. These all can be possible. So these all are used for the monitoring. Examine server status, top
Yes.
status variable, how much the temp disk. So it will display the number of internal on this temporary table use. This will handler read first. This will display the number of times InnoDB buffer pool weight. So these are just a monitoring
True.
for the particular variables. You can able to do it.
Yes.
Select full join. So this will display the number of join that perform while slow queries you can able to monitor
Yes.
the slow queries, long query
Yes.
times, short
Yes.
message,
Okay.
thread, uptime. These all
Okay.
the different type of variable is given. From there you can able to look into your database.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes.
So the you can able to do the system variable. So you
Yes.
can tune the queries schema and index first. So more
Yes.
benefit. So in short, first a query tune, then a schema, and then
Yes.
index.
Okay.
Tune for the server size, so memory IO, those tuning for workload type. So these all you can able to do. DB buffer pool size. So define the size properly. More memory buffer, that means more speed. But if you remember, we talked to you the depend on the RAM. If you remember, we have given the 4 GB or the 6 GB depend on the my 12 GB of this virtual box.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Those are
Yes.
the cases you can able to use, perform, as per your business day, log file, data file,
Yeah.
system
Yes.
variable. You can do the join buffer size, maximum size of the buffer you can use, query cache
Yes.
size,
Yes.
short buffer size, table open cache, thread cache. So these all are the variable depend on that. So these all is the monitoring purpose. You can able to monitor, and based on that you can
Yes.
use it.
Yes.
So more and more default or based on that you can able to use it. Okay.
Yes.
Now preparing for tuning. See, these are the monitoring you did. So
Yes.
tuning the database server can be compared to tuning musical instrument. Similar
Yes.
way, or like your bike you are tuning, or maybe your car for the
Yes.
fuel is not properly, or mileage
Yes.
you are not getting. So it works like the same way.
Yes.
This is just a business trick you can able to use while
Yes.
you are performing your data according to your business need.
Yes.
So to reduce the impact of the change factor, you can able to perform this technique.
Yes.
Okay. So optimal
Yes.
setting you can do as per your business, and
Yes.
the tuning always give you the more and more practice you have to do. You have to monitor, and then you can able to do it.
Okay.
So tuning practice benchmark. You have to find the optimal value. You can find the variables what is used, measure the your metrics, how much memory used, how much the time they have taken the query. These all. So always for that you can use the MySQL slap or MySQL command line. From there,
Mm.
you can generate a workload, get the average execution time. If you want to the
Yes.
graph general benchmark, so you can use the SQL bench, or apart from that, MySQL admin tool. From there, you can able to do it, or the operating system, the process and other things, utilization, top query, or the proc. From there, you can able to do. So this is the basically standard practice which we have to do to monitor, and then if any things we found are suspicious, we can able to tune the database.
Yes.
Like here, one of the example I'm showing, tuning example short buffer size. Suppose, are you able to see the virtual memory?
Yes.
So this red one and the average time taken and short message. So based on my business need, in this example which I am sharing you, you can see, suppose we have a heavy workload onto database with the
Yes.
short heavy workload. Short heavy means
Okay.
for the time being it is a much. So how it used? For that we need a short buffer size variable, and if my
Yes.
short variable size, we can change the like the short merge passes status 32 KB to 512 KB short
Yes.
buffer size.
Yes. Yes.
So then it will be how much they reduce. That's the example it is showing. If we are using like this,
Okay.
it is a 32 KB. Instead of that, if you are going
Yes.
the short merge pass with the more, how my performance has impact. You can see.
Mm.
This is the my short merge passes, the blue color
Yes.
line. Are you able to see
Yes. Yes.
how it reduced?
Yes.
Okay, so that way. Similar way, if you can see the my another example like average time taken or the virtual memory. So depend on that, if you can see the average time taken, got it. Depend
Yes.
on the workload short buffer size 512 KB. So
Yes.
if I am giving it just a 4 MB or 8 MB, how the best performance we can get with that. So if I am changing
Yes.
with the 4 MB, so this is the performance. But if I am changing with 32, so you can see
Yes.
the
Yes.
similar way. You can see the your virtual memory
Yes.
like the MySQL D process.
Yes.
So if short buffer size is 512 KB and we can keep it to 16 MB or the 32 MB, how the
Yes.
it will impact the performance. Are you able to see virtual
Yes.
memory?
Yes. Yes.
So these are the just a parameters based you can play depending on your business need. I hope you understood the concept.
Yes.
So Tuning is just a technique to
Okay.
give the best and best result of your database,
Okay.
and you can perform according to your business need.
Yes.
And of course, nobody can teach you the tuning. Nobody can do the tuning until unless the real problem will come.
Yes.
Here in the during the demo, I can able to show you those things, but
Yes.
again, here we know the issue because we are creating
Yes.
the issue and then we
Yes.
are resolving it.
Yes.
In the
Yes.
real life, it's not work like that. In the
Yes.
real life, what happens? The problem will come and then you have to
Yes. Resolve
investigate
it.
it.
Yes.
And after investigation, you have to tune it.
Yes.
That's about the tuning overview. As per the course we have discussed. Of course,
Yes.
MySQL tuning is the separate course.
Yes.
This is all the thing.
Okay.
Any doubt, any question, then please let me know.
No.